So you're thinking about the EE TV Box Pro, the flagship set-top box that comes with EE's new TV service here in the UK, and you want the honest story on whether it's worth your time, money, and that often mandatory 24-month contract. Let's unpack what this box actually delivers, the pain points that EE rarely highlights in its marketing, and whether it truly lives up to the hype. Starting with the basics, the EE TV Box Pro looks like a modern piece of streaming hardware. You get support for 4K HDR content and Dolby Atmos audio, and importantly, it integrates both live TV and popular streaming apps like Netflix, Prime Video, Now, and YouTube right on the device. You can also record shows, up to 600 hours of content on the built-in drive, with the ability to record multiple channels at once. And there's a unified guide across live channels and apps, which can save you from juggling devices or inputs. That's something that feels legitimately useful once it's all set up. But here's where the "what EE won't tell you" part starts. First off, setup and compatibility can be a bit finicky, especially if you have a non-standard home network. Users report that some Wi-Fi mesh systems don't play nicely with the box because they don't support multicast, meaning streaming and live TV might not work properly unless you tweak your setup or put the box on a separate router SSID. That's not in the official EE sales pitch, but it does come up regularly in real-world usage. Once you're up and running, there are a handful of quirks worth knowing. A lot of owners report freezing or crashing on live channels, intermittent black screens, and app instability, especially with third-party apps like Netflix, sometimes closing back to the main menu with no obvious reason. One Reddit thread even shows someone dealing with Netflix crashing after only a few minutes of playback. That's not a one-off, it's a pattern people bump into. And it's not something that EE highlights when you sign up. Recording functionality, which is a big part of the Pro's appeal, also has its limitations. Yes, you can record multiple channels at once, especially in aerial mode, but in internet stream mode it's fewer, and dealing with scheduled recordings hasn't always been smooth for everyone. Some people complain that recording's not happening reliably, or the interface being confusing to manage compared to older set-top boxes they're used to. Signal quality and picture fidelity can be another hidden gripe. Some users notice that UHD streams don't always look as crisp straight out of the box compared to other services like Sky, and you may have to fiddle with resolution settings and TV calibration to get the best picture possible. Then there's the support and contract side of things. Because this box is tied to an EE TV subscription, you often need to stay in contract to use its full feature set, and customer service experiences with EE support are mixed. There are posts where users talk about being stuck mid-contract with hardware they weren't happy with, and even swapping to an Apple TV box, but losing recording functionality if they do. So what's the honest takeaway? The EE TV Box Pro is a legitimate product with real features. 4K HDR support, Dolby Atmos, multi-room options, and built-in recordings are all very real, and it's not a scam or sham. But calling it a flawless or revolutionary device would be overselling it. Real users report plenty of hiccups, app crashes, network compatibility headaches, recording quirks, and picture quality that often needs manual tuning to match competitors. If you want an all-in-one box that bridges live TV and streaming with recording and 4K support, it can be a decent choice, but it isn't necessarily better than using a smart TV, a dedicated streaming device, or even older set-top hardware. Buyer beware, there are trade-offs, and you might need patience with setup and bugs to get the experience you hoped for. It's legit, but definitely not perfect.
I spend a crazy amount of time researching these products, and I don't want this channel turning into sponsored nonsense for stuff I might roast next week. That wouldn't make sense. So if this review helped you save time, money, or a bad purchase, here's the easiest way to support the channel, and it costs you absolutely nothing. There's a link in the description that goes straight to Amazon. It's just my affiliate link. Bookmark it and use it whenever you shop, for literally anything. Whether you're buying tech, essentials, or something random you didn't plan to buy, it doesn't change the price for you at all. You pay the same, Amazon gets paid the same, it just helps me a little on the back end. No extra cost, no catch. It's a small thing, but it really helps me keep doing these deep dives without filling the channel with sponsored garbage. Thanks for watching, keep questioning the hype, and I'll see you in the next investigation, where we break down what's actually worth your money and what's just expensive trash with good marketing.